desert held secrets, but none stranger than the woman Marshal Reid Callahan found wandering beneath the burning noon sun. For 3 long days, she had been missing, yet when he spotted her stumbling across the dunes near Raven Hollow, she looked neither dehydrated nor sunburned, almost as if the desert had spared her. Her name was Mira Lark, a quiet artist who lived near the canyon rim. She vanished 3 nights ago, and everyone believed she had been taken by outlaws or lost to the endless dunes. But when Reid lifted her onto his horse, the way she whispered, "Don't let the silence follow me," sent a coldness through him deeper than the desert's night wind. At his cabin, the lantern flame trembled as if reacting to her presence. Mira wasn't bruised. Her clothes weren't torn. Her boots were spotless. No one survived the desert for 3 days without a single mark. But something else disturbed Reid, the faint scent of strange smoke hanging on her clothes. As the sun dipped behind the cliffs, Mira suddenly grabbed his arm. "Don't step outside yet. It's listening." Reid frowned. "What is?" Her eyes filled with terror. The quiet. The desert outside had grown unnaturally still. No crickets, no wind, no horses shifting in the stable. It was a silence so deep it felt alive. Then a low vibration rolled across the ground, not thunder, not footsteps, something in between. Mira shut her eyes. "They followed me." Reid took his rifle and stepped outside. The wooden porch creaked, a sound too loud in the oppressive stillness. The sand shimmered as if something moved just beneath it. Then came a scraping noise against the cabin wall, like bone dragged along wood. Mira stood behind him, trembling. "They told me to stay. They said the desert has rooms under the earth. I didn't believe it until I woke up in one." Reid froze. "Underground?" She nodded. "Hallways, lights without fire, voices that weren't human." Before he could speak, a whisper seeped through the cracks of the cabin, soft, echoing, inhuman. "Return what belongs to the silence." Mira gasped. "They think I took something, but I only escaped." The cabin door shook violently. Reid braced himself for outlaws, but nothing human made the sound he heard. The boards strained, the hinges screamed, and then silence again. Too complete, too deliberate. Hours passed until dawn painted the sky. Whatever hunted Mira retreated with the sunlight. Red saddled his horse, ready to take her into town. But as Mira stepped into the morning light, Reid felt his blood run cold. Her shadow lagged behind her by half a second, as if deciding where to fall. He said nothing. In town, people surrounded her with questions. Her story. Lights. Voices. Underground halls. The air tasted strange. I slept in a place with no wind made no sense. But no one questioned her survival. Only Reid saw what others ignored. Mira never blinked when the wind blew dust into her face. She never shivered in the cold. She never seemed fully present in this world. That night, Reid returned to his cabin and found circling footprints in the sand deep, claw-like, arranged around his home like a ritual. And far out across the desert, faint blue lights flickered under the surface before sinking away. Mira appeared at his door just before sunset, eyes wide. "They're looking for me. They don't give up." Reid squared his shoulders. "Then you're not facing them alone." But the desert around them suddenly went silent. Again dead silent. The horses froze. The air tightened, and a deep rumble rolled beneath their feet as if the earth were waking. Mira whispered, "Reid, I didn't just escape. I brought something back with me." Before he could ask, the ground split open at the canyon edge, releasing a blinding, unnatural glow. Wind spiraled upward. The same voice from the desert hissed through the air. "Return the memory that is not yours." Mira collapsed to her knees, clutching her head. "They didn't want me, they wanted what I remembered. I saw something down there I shouldn't have. I saw where they sleep." Reid grabbed her shoulders. "Tell me." Tears streamed down her face. Creatures shaped like silence, waiting beneath the dunes, dreaming until someone wakes them. The light roared brighter. Then Mira did something Reid didn't expect. She stood up, walked to the canyon rim, and whispered, "If I don't give it back, they'll come for everyone." Reid tried to stop her, but she smiled with a calm that broke his heart. "Thank you for believing me." She stepped into the light. For a moment, her body glowed, then dissolved into drifting grains of sand. The canyon snapped shut, the desert exhaled, and the silence ended. Reid stood alone. Knowing she hadn't been taken, she had returned what she carried. And though she was gone, the whispers stopped, the lights vanished, and the desert slept again. But sometimes, on windless nights, Reid swore he heard her voice in the dunes saying, "Don't wake them." Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe for more Tales from the Shadows.